Greetings to all of our change makers, and we're so excited to be back with you once again with another amazing interview. And today we have Jeanine Handley with us, and we're so thrilled to be able to showcase her and let you know how she's helping to change the world. So, Jeanine, say hello and tell people a little bit about you and what makes you so amazing.
Well, Ann, thank you so much, first of all, for having me. I am an artist and an entrepreneur, and I am a purpose-driven woman. I've been building a life that is rooted in proactive wellness and proactive wealth. My mission is to inspire others and to realize that we are not too old and it's not too late to make some changes and to create a life that you truly want. It's about aligning our mind, our body, our spirit, and our abundance with those things that work together so that everything shifts in the direction that you want to go and not be, fighting against the forces, as they say. So I began, this personal awakening a couple years ago. And it reached a point where I knew I didn't want to just get by. And I couldn't accept where I was in life. I was just like, there's got to be something better. And I knew that it was going to be me that had to make those changes. I wasn't expecting the world to change for me. It had to come from the inside out. And that was purpose driven by the divine. And so, um, it's an all encompassing thing. It's not like one thing over another. It's that blend that really resonated with me and got me going on my mission. And I want to thrive. I don't think we were put on this earth to just, sit still and wait for death. I think we sometimes get a little complacent because we've suffered through a lot, and then it's like, okay, I'm just going to accept my lot in life, and it's like, no, that we don't have to do that. So, and it's not just about, abundance isn't just about financial, it's about your health and your purpose and your joy and meaningful impact that you can have on the world and other people around you. And I wanted to be proactive, not just reactive. And that's what we tend to do. We just react to things that happen to us instead of leading with our purpose and mindfulness to make the changes that we need so that we do have a better life. Combining, wellness with creativity and entrepreneurship, it's transforming everything.
That's what we love to hear because yeah, I've told Morgan and gotten on a lot of people's face and said, if you're going to sit around and wait for politicians to fix things, you're going to get very, very old very, very
That ain't
fast.
going to happen. They're not there to fix things, let me tell you.
We're the miracles we're looking for. That's all there is to
Yes.
it. I
Yes,
love
that's
it.
true.
Well, so tell us a little bit more about your story because, you were an artist for all this time, but now you're more into wanting to help other people have better health. So, what was that
Well,
turning point for you? What happened?
the turning point was actually right after I had turned 70 in May of 2023. And, my family had come to help me take care of some things in my house and, this and that. And I was just like, I had an older brother and everybody were around the same age. And it's like, I'm not thriving. They're thriving. Like, what? This is not good, And my partner and I had moved to Florida to live a better life in our, you know, older years, let's just say, in our next phase in life. I don't
Yeah.
like to say retired because as a creative person and as a passionate person in life, it's like I never feel like I'm retired. And you know how you say it's like if you find your passion, You'll never work a day in your life. Well, that's what's
That's it.
happened to me because I've always had the passion for art and I made a career of that for 45 years. And I still do paint and draw and all that. But now, when I went through this transition, it was June, actually, about a month after I was, kind of having this awakening of my body falling apart and not keeping up with my mind and my spirit. I knew I had to do something, and I didn't want to go the route that I had seen other people go because they didn't have great results. And I felt there's something else out there for me, and, through, divine intervention or whatever you want to call it, I was introduced to the world of proactive wellness. And I embraced it, and I embraced some products that are based on science, not hype. And it changed everything for me. So I no longer, 2.5 years later, I'm like no longer going to be doing knee replacement surgery. I no longer am doing gastric bypass because I've lost the 65 pounds. I've got more to go. I'm still doing it. And it's just changed everything about my life, my energy, my sleeping, my movement, my activities. So I know I'm on the right track.
Yes, we love it. We love it. Absolutely. I like calling it nature's medicine. There's so much of it out there that, we can't fault the medical community. They're not trained in any of it, and we
They're
understand that.
they're not. They are so not. It's unbelievable.
Absolutely. We've been doing a lot of work recently with trying to educate people about what we call integrative medicine. It's not about throwing out what we have. There's a lot of good in Western medicine, but if
Yes.
we don't if we don't start integrating nature's tools and products and medicines into that, then we're still going to be the country who's spending more on health care than anybody else in the world, but we rank number 40 in the results we get. What's
Right.
wrong with that?
Yeah, what's wrong with that picture? How's that working for you? Well, I think
Exactly.
when our whole system of the health insurance and pharmaceutical industries taking over our health care, where
Mhm.
the doctors aren't making the decisions, we're not making the decisions. It's the pharmaceutical companies and the insurance companies that are making these decisions for us.
Mhm.
And they're not making good decisions for us.
Mhm.
So that's why I like the proactive, meaning you're going to not just react to something, you're going to be making choices and getting ahead of the game instead of coming from behind and trying to push yourself forward. You're going to take charge and improve things so that your body, once you start giving it the right stuff, oh my God, it's like this is how it's supposed to work. Oh my
That,
God.
that's it. One of the doctors we partner with, we love one of his sayings. He said, the infinite intelligence that made the body knows how to heal the body. We just got to give it the right resources.
That's right. That's right. Those resources make a huge difference. And we have over what I don't know, millions of varieties of plants on this earth, and we haven't even tapped into a minuscule of what they can do for us. And they're discovering things all the time. And our chief scientific officer is such a guru about this, and it is his passion and his strive. It's like molecules, molecules, molecules that he goes after, and he just it's like the joy that he gets from just doing that is so contagious. And it's working, and it's like, yeah, I'm you just know that you're on the right path because uh we're seeing the differences, and
Awesome.
we're letting our bodies heal and work.
That's it. That's it. And and that's really the sad part about Western medicine is that they completely took God out of it and just
Yeah.
said he
Yeah.
ain't got nothing to do with it. And that's what's been
Yeah.
killing us.
Yeah. Yeah. And
So,
that's the thing is like if they're not trained, it's like I'm finding though more and more younger doctors, and I don't know, but I've been on LinkedIn a lot, and I'm in a group that is called functional medicine, and so
mhm,
there's more and more doctors that are recognizing it's not. Yes, we're not throwing away some of the strides that we have with the medical world, and my sister's a nurse, and she went through non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and a bone marrow transplant. One of my brothers went through non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And yes, there were tools there in the medical world that they used and helped them. They're both survivors, cancer survivors. So it's not to say that, those are wrong or bad. It's just that why not start with the natural way and work with that first instead of the other way around?
absolutely. I'm with you, Janine. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I am totally thrilled that you have found new purpose in life. That is so important to find that next stage, as I think you called it. That next step and being able to help people is a beautiful thing. And I get the feeling that's where you're at. You want to be just finding as many people as you can help to be able to, well, I think you used one of my phrases earlier, being able to find joy in living again, right?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we are not put on this earth to suffer. We are
Not
put on this
supposed to.
earth to thrive and to help each other. And yes, there is suffering, but there's a purpose to it and we can get through it. And then there's something better on the other side. And instead of just, sitting back and accepting things, it's like you have a choice. You need to have the open-mindedness and mindfulness and a faith to know that there is something better that can be done, and you are the driver of that.
Absolutely. Agree 100%. Well, my dear, as we wrap up our little interview here, do you have any final words of wisdom you'd like to leave everybody with?
You're not too old and it's not too late.
Ah, I figured that's what you were going to say. Oh, and one other thing. How can people reach out to you?
Oh, okay. So I am Jeanine Handley at me.com.
Okay.
And you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on LinkedIn. And you just type in my name and I'll be there. There aren't other Jeanine Handleys. I really am the only one. You might find me under Jeanine Marie Handley. That's the same person. That's me. So,
Okay.
yeah, please reach out. And I'd love to talk with people that are seeking. To live freely, to live a better life, live well, live with wellness and abundantly.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your day
Thank you.
today to be with us. And thank you to all of our change makers for tuning in and getting to know all the incredible people who are in our Unity for Wellness and Peace network. Because we have an abundance of change makers. And that is still my belief is we don't need to wait for anybody else to change the world. We're the miracles we're waiting for. Let's get busy. We'll see you all in the next interview. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye bye.
Thank you.